to Rosetta Vera. This is Danielle. I'm doing a marker swatching video today. Today I'm doing Crayola's Colors of the World markers. I've actually bought these markers a couple of months ago, but hadn't had a chance to really get into them. Just some background on these markers. So the Crayola Colors of the World broadline markers contain 24 specially formulated colors that represent people from around the world. So the premise of this was that, you know, kids could be able to color themselves and their friends and their family by having shades that match them. So I know for myself as a kid, there was only one brown crayon and it wasn't my shade of brown, so I didn't really use markers when I was making pictures of myself or my family. I would use crayons or colored pencils and try to shade so that I can control the level of brown that was happening. So, so it's nice to see this come out, but I'm curious if there are enough colors to fully represent the spectrum. I doubt there are. There's only 24 markers. And I don't think you can shade and layer Crayola markers. So let's open them up and swatch them out. So let's see here. Alright, so I'm opening up the larger box and there seem to be 3 boxes within that box. Let's see, is there any rhyme or reason to these boxes? One box is green, one is yellow, one is dark green. I'm not really seeing any rhyme or reason. I think they're just keeping the markers separate. So let me get out my swatching notebook and let's see what these look like. I'm opening up the lighter green box first. So all of the colors have a name. There are, let's see, 8 markers in each box. I should have realized that because there were 3 boxes, and I do know how to do math. So let's start. I'm wondering if I should just organize these by color or just do them as they were in the box. I think I'm just going to do them as they were in the box. Give me a second. I think I'm going to organize them by color. So that's all the colors from darkest to lightest. I think you definitely can't go by the cap color because when you get down to some of these lighter colors, they kind of jump back and forth. But that is all of the colors. I'm basically organizing them based on how they are on the side of the box. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Sorry if you're hearing background noise, that's my Uber Eats lunch. Alright, so let's get into swatching those. So the first color I'm starting with is Deepest Almond. Already you can see there's some printing issues with the barrel. This is a little off. Let's see. So if you don't remember what Crayola markers look like, they have a very broad, like I say, it's like a bullet tip So they're pointy on the end and then they get fatter so that you can color with them and also write with them. This is very, very juicy. That's my first thought. I'm looking at it, it's very juicy. This actually still wet after I've done that swatch. The next color is Extra Deep Golden. It's interesting that it says it's golden, because this actually feels a little green a little bit. I'm thinking like in makeup terms, it's almost like a neutral color. I'm not seeing golden, but it could be my lighting. So that's Extra Deep Golden. Then we have Extra Deep Rose. And I apologize for the light changing here and there. The sun is moving behind clouds. I wanted to swatch these colors next to each other so you can actually see the shade variations in the brown, so that you can see that they actually are different shades of brown. This is Extra Deep Almond. I don't know, is my Uber driver lost? Because my phone keeps going off. 1 second, please.
A few minutes later.
I am back. So the next color we have is Very Deep Almond. So now we're getting into more of a medium shade of brown. We have Deep Golden. And like I said, these are juicy. I'm going to assume they're bleeding. Let me see. No, right now they're not. Then we have Medium Deep Golden. So you may be noticing that there's definitely a jump up in how light they are. So we started here with some really dark, deep browns, hit a medium brown, even though there's a big difference between these two colors, and now we're like into the light browns. But let's see, again, I mentioned that the caps don't really match going lighter, because like this is, what is this? This is Deep Golden, and then it gets lighter with the medium Deep Golden, and then it goes back dark for the next color, which is Deep Almond. So yeah, this is a little deeper than the deep, the medium Deep Golden. Then we have Very Deep Rose. We have Deep Rose. And we have Medium Deep Almond. And Medium Golden. So those are the first 12 markers of the Colors of the World markers. So there's a lot of jumping around in color here for from medium to dark brown to light brown, back and forth. That is how those colors are shown on the box. Hopefully you can see that. So it's funny how this doesn't really mirror what the markers look like. So if you were buying this and you were looking at the box, you would be expecting like these medium colors to be very, very deep, and they're not. So let's go to the lighter colors. Let's see. I'm gonna close the box up. So the first color is medium almond. And I also bought the Colors of the World pencils and crayons. Here we go, crayons. Crayons. Again, it's depending on where you're from, how you pronounce it. This is medium deep rose. I did swatch out the pencils, and here I go with pencils and pencils. And what I found was, when you got to the lighter colors, there wasn't really much of a difference. It was like you had to really look for the difference when you were swatching the lighter colors next to each other. I think it comes up more as you are using those lighter colors against a darker color, like what undertones is it pulling out. So I'm curious what the markers look like in that regard. I haven't swatched the crayons yet, so I don't know how they look in shade. If you'd be interested in me swatching that in a video, just let me know. I may just do the pencils again in a short, because I think like it might be the best way to see what they look like. So that's medium deep rose. Then we have light medium almond. So it might get difficult to see some of these colors. That was my experience with the pencils. I don't think you would be able to use these on black paper. So like if you wanted to use those lighter colors on black paper, I don't think you'll be able to do that. Or even like a sepia tone of gray paper. Light medium rose is the next one. I think you would just lose the color. I don't think the ink will hold up to you doing that. Then we have light almond. Again, those colors aren't really picking up a lot. You probably see them more as they dry and dependent on the light, because right now the sun is shining right there on the page. Then we have light rose. We have light medium golden. This is very light almond. And I apologize that I'm kind of squeezing these in. I have a tendency to write large, so I'm going to hope that I can get these last 4 colors on the page. We have light golden. It's also getting hard for me to see where colors begin and end because these colors are so light. We have very light rose. think I'm going to have to do these last two colors on the other side of the page. I should have started a little higher up. We have very light golden. And just like with the pencils, you can't even really see these shades on white paper. And then we have extra light almond. This is the last marker. So those are all of the colors and the colors of the world Crayola markers. So just like I said on the darker colors, these colors don't really match the box. So if you were trying to use the box to get an idea of what the colors would look like before you bought them, it's not really close. And I understand why it's not close, because when you get into some of these lighter colors, like you can't even see them on a page, and if they wanted to represent that on the box, it's really hard to do so. I mean, even as the light is changing in my room, it is really hard to see some of these lighter colors, like very light almond, very light golden, and definitely extra light almond. I can see it from my point of view, but I don't know if the angle the camera is getting, you can actually see what I wrote there. My thoughts. They're Crayola markers. I enjoyed Crayola markers when I was a kid. I used them a lot. They definitely have that nostalgic feeling for me. You know, my Crayola caddy was the best thing in the world for me when I was a kid, and I'm trying to buy the newest one because I just loved, you know, Crayola. That I didn't want other crowns. I wanted Crayola crowns. So it has that nostalgic feeling for me. Regarding the colors, though, I mean, how it reminds me of like makeup, where you buy foundation and it's like, oh, we've got 40 colors, you know, there's a color for everyone, and you actually look at the range and it's 40 colors, but 30 of them are for white people and not black people. That's what this is giving me. There are a lot of light colors here. You're talking about, okay, you got 12 that are definitely for fairer skin tones. I'll even say this, there aren't enough colors to represent white people in here. There's just a lot of pale. Not enough tan, not enough brown. This definitely does not represent the colors of the world. I think. Alright, so I stopped recording, but I think where I left off is that I didn't feel that the colors represent the colors of the world. That being said, they're Crayola, they're high quality. I think any kid would enjoy these, but I definitely think there's not enough colors to represent everyone. I have some ideas of how I could use them. I really do love the deep rose color, and if I was drawing myself, I would probably use the deep golden, the medium deep golden, maybe the deep almond colors. But I don't think I would use these to draw people. I probably would use them for more nature type of work, to draw trees and things like that. I do think there are a lot of shades of white here that could be really interesting to play with. Like I said, I don't remember the price offhand, but Crayolas are never super expensive. I think they could be interesting to put into your collection, just to kind of open up your shades of neutral. That's probably what I call them, colors of neutral, not colors of the world. But I think that's about it. Like I mentioned, I have the crayons and the pencils also of the Colors of the World collection. If you'd like to see me swatch those out, let me know. I may just do them as a short, but if you'd like to see me actually talk about them and give my opinion about them, I can do that in a video also. As always, thank you for taking time with me today. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. I think that's it. Bye.